Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's going on? So today, a little bit of a different video. We're not going to be installing anything cosmetic or like performance wise like we usually do. Today we're kind of worried about the fact that our wheel almost fell off, and almost the other side as well is almost just as bad. My truck's always been making this weird noise, especially when I back up. It's like this weird squeaky noise. This was on our way to Salt City Diesels, right? So it made a super weird noise when I was taking a turn. So then I grabbed my wheel and I shook it back and forth, and it wiggled a little bit, but I didn't think much of it. So we went an hour and a half away to Salt City Diesels in Massachusetts, and then came all the way back. And then I was driving to the gas station like almost a whole week later. Like I drove on this thing for like a whole week, and then I was just like, you know what? I have a feeling that my wheel bearing's like actually pretty bad. So I pick it up, and sure enough, this entire thing just back and forth like 3 inches. So borderline almost lost a $1,400 wheel, which is not ideal. That would really suck if I just seen my brand new Forces just rolling by me on the highway, because not only that, it would cause way more damage for way more other parts. But regardless, we got all of it to fix it today. So today we got brand new wheel bearings, we got new rotors, new pads, and I was going to get calipers, but I think our calipers are going to be decent for now, which hopefully they are, because all the rest of these parts costing me $1 million, and I don't. It's just time to get them on and stop thinking about it. And then finally we can start driving the truck again, because we were not driving the truck this whole time because I don't want my Forces to fall off. But I'm gonna get all of our parts together, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how bad this wheel bearing is and how close to being absolutely I was. All right, so here's how we're looking. We got our brake pads from Napa, obviously, just Napa branded stuff, because, you know, I run them in the back because that's what I had. I actually had a 6-liter 2500, and they came with the exact same pads, and they honestly aren't bad. They make zero noise, and that's all I really care about, and it stops the vehicle, so nothing really too much there. And then we're looking at some SKF wheel bearings, which on all the forums I read about, they say either go with Timken or SKF, and then also the Kryptonite ones are just rebranded Timkens. They just come with a lifetime warranty that apparently Kryptonite doesn't really like to give out too bad. So not really trying to spend $600 a piece on those things, or whatever they are, 400 bucks. Napa rotors, and of course 6 gallons of brake clean, because you actually need that. If you guys don't know, these things are absolutely lubed like crazy from the factory. They're like greased almost, and you don't want grease and oil on your brakes, so you kind of have to buy brake clean, and then, or 36 millimeter for your axle nut on your CB axles. So, but I'm gonna jack this side of the vehicle up and show you guys how bad this wheel bearing actually is, because it is so absurd, to the point where I definitely almost lost my wheel. So I'm gonna jack this thing up and show you guys the actual movement and how bad my brake setup actually is. So moral of the story, Duramax is getting a little bit of maintenance love today, not an oil change, even though it really needs an oil change. Actually, before we do all the wheel bearing stuff, I gotta show you guys the cleanest install out right now. All right, no funnel because we're men. There we go. Yep, she took about a whole gallon, so that was definitely low. All right, so she's in the air. Oh my gosh. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know how much of that you guys can see on camera, but dude, this thing moves so much. Oh no. Yep, that's,
oh
yeah.
Oh
Yeah, how's she looking in there, bud? Drivable?
Self-adjusting.
Self-adjusting. That's the active arrow on these things, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when it's getting real breezy out, it just kind of sucks into the wheel well there. Yeah.
And the spoiler pops up in the back.
Yep. That thing right there. Oh, tailgate's down. Yep. Yeah. Thing's fully loaded, man. It's got a roof. Force has been getting neglected. I gotta fucking repolish these things. Oh my god, this thing needs so much work. All right, we're gonna get this thing moving. I'm gonna start taking some shit apart and show you guys how bad my brakes also are, because the brakes are also cooked. So yeah, not an ideal situation, but we got all the parts to fix it, and hopefully it should be good in about an hour. All right, so wheels off, and take a gander at my rotors here. None of that is being used at all, and all this is disgusting. So I think it's safe to say it's really good. Oh no. Oh, dude, that is so bad. All right, well, we're gonna start taking this stuff apart, and my upper control arms are leaking grease. Definitely not bad at all. That's definitely good for it. Tonight, arms are looking okay. Boots are a little dry rotted though. Oh, that needs some grease in there, man. All right, so I can't forget to grease these before they end up being horrible. Man, we got so much stuff to fix on this truck, but for now, we're making it do. So, time to start taking this caliper off, and then we're gonna check out the wheel bearings and see how bad they really are, because they look so horrible. They look bad, like really bad. All right, now we got a better look at the rotor and everything, because the caliper is all off and all that. All right, so the rotor does not want to come off for whatever reason, probably because it got hot and warped from the bearing being bad. So we're gonna just take our axle nut off and take the entire, whatever you want to call it, the entire wheel bearing out with the, oh, okay, with the rotor, because it just wants to be difficult. So we're just gonna remove the whole thing. So it is what it is. Rotor didn't want to come off, so we just took the whole wheel bearing off. So now it is all done deal. That wheel bearing is certified shot and no longer on the truck. So now what we're gonna do is go get our new wheel bearing and slap her on. I'm glad to see that the previous owner did this properly. Probably not the previous owner that I got it off of, but definitely the one before him, because I don't think he owned it long enough to do this. So regardless, it was done correctly. A whole bunch of anti-seize, which is good, which made me taking it off very pleasant. I was definitely not trying to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit, but it came off in about 4 seconds. I'm probably like maybe 30 minutes into this, including jacking up and recording the video. So not too much of a deal. I'm gonna put everything back together, and hopefully we should be good to go. CV axle and everything else looks pretty good, so not too worried about anything else. And we're gonna have brand new brakes on as well. So only thing I did discover is we need to grease the hell out of our tie rods, because these things are dry. But I can do that with everything put back together, so I'm not too worried about that. But all right, this isn't installed yet, but I just want to show you guys how easy this is, because I'm sure you guys are watching this video specifically for the wheel bearings. So literally, we have a 16 or a 36 millimeter nut. It goes on your CV axle, and the CV axle is splined. If you ever worked on cars or trucks, you definitely know that. So pretty much just putting that axle nut back on, and then there's 4 bolts in the back of your knuckle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's nothing to really get it confused with. They just bolt right into your wheel hub. One thing I love about these Chevys is they are just bolt-in wheel bearings. So, you know, when our wheel bearings are going every 5 months, it makes it, you know, somewhat manageable to just do this job. Doesn't take much, so not too shabby. I'll probably have both of these wheel bearings replaced within an hour and 20 minutes, so it's really not a huge deal. I don't know if I should paint these calipers or not, because the rear ones are painted because they're brand new calipers, but I did not want to get brand new calipers for the front, just because of I need to drive my truck and I don't want to be spending $2,000 on parts. So I don't know, you guys are gonna find out if I decide to paint them or not, but if I do, they'll be black, and if I don't, they won't be black, I guess. And just like that, ladies and gents, we have the entire brand new hub assembly and all new brakes on there. It's looking absolutely amazing. The only thing we don't have brand new is calipers, which I'll probably get at some point. But if I'm gonna do that, then I'm probably gonna get them powder coated or paint them like real nice. But I'm not sure what I want to do yet. But for now, the driver's side is officially done. No more, well, I guess the rotor moves, but no more play in the wheel bearing. So that's all we're here to care about. And then yeah, now we got to do the passenger side. We got our ABS sensor all wired up in there. It comes with brand new connectors to go into your frame and your A-arm, so, or your upper control arm, so everything's seated pretty properly. So I'm not going to show anything on the passenger side. It's all pretty much the exact same step, but I will get with you guys as soon as we are done over there. And bam, just like that, ladies and gents, we have fully swapped over our wheel bearings, pads, rotors, and everything is perfectly put back together. Took it for a test drive, put some diesel in the truck, and we're rocking. We're completely solid. And also, we painted the calipers, so it doesn't look ugly as hell in here. It looks super like put together and nice, so that'll be great for next season at the shows and stuff. We gotta repolish these forces, man. They are just absolutely absurd. If you guys didn't see the last video, we put the cab lights from Boost Auto on here, and of course they're matching our tow mirrors. They're looking absolutely prime. super happy about that, but super unhappy about the fact that our blinker harness is still not working for some reason. So I don't know what the heck is going on with that. I tried posting in a few forums and everybody just was like, yep, that's a wiring issue. Like, I know. I know, because I tested all the relays and I tested my actually I had one guy that said maybe the rear end, like the brake control module, like circuit board thing that's in the back. I don't know how to explain that, but I don't want to show you either. But pretty much he said that, so I got a whole new one, put it in there, still nothing. So I don't know what to do at this point, so we're gonna figure that out at some point. So probably gonna have a video on that, maybe. But if you guys are watching to this point still, put in the comment section if you guys even dig the wheel bearing videos, like, well, not the wheel bearing videos, but like the maintenance videos, like the dumb things that I just record on the truck. I'm just trying to pump out content just to, you know, keep my consistency rolling, because I usually post once per week on Friday, which is pretty sick. I've been able to continue that out. But next video, what we're going to be doing is putting a new exhaust out the back. We're probably going to get rid of the axle dump. I love the axle dump. I love the way it looks. Not only that, I love the way it sounds, but I kind of want to make like do a mature route and do one of those chrome 90s that come out. They're just super clean. I know it's like a big thing right now, which kind of makes me not want to do it. It's like a trend, I guess you could call it, but I kind of want to do that. Also, I want to quiet down the truck a little bit, and sometimes it makes it louder when you're like going through like overpasses and stuff. So I don't know what I want to do yet, but I'm pretty sure next video we're going to be putting that in. Thankfully, now that our wheel bearing is fixed though, we have no more camber at all on the front end. There was a alignment issue that I thought it was an alignment issue. I was like, man, there's negative camber over here. I'm like, it just looks horrible. But I think my wheel bearing was worse, like not good for longer than it wasn't. I think it was bad for like a while. So I'm pretty glad that we got that replaced, and all the brakes and stuff, because the brakes were absolutely horrible. Those things needed to go ASAP, so we got rid of that. We got everything functioning properly, so the Duramax is finally up and going pretty good. Not only that, I had the chance to paint up my calipers, stop some rust and corrosion, so the calipers just look absolutely insane now. And then the rotors don't look absolutely horrible, and they're not rusted, so that's cool. Also, my ABS sensors are brand new, so that's even cooler. So long story short, this thing is absolutely sick. Now